Thank you very much. I'd just like to say for those people who came hoping to hear from Rachel McLean, I'm sorry that you are now disappointed, but I'm disappointed for a different reason, which is I'm also a member of the Women and Equality Select Committee, and the idea that you might be looking at a panel composed entirely of middle-aged blokes seems somewhat inappropriate to me. My daughter has just done a degree in law. 68% of undergraduates accepted onto law courses last year were women. The future, as far as I'm concerned, is female, and so to any of the women in the room, I just wanted to say, remember that when the revolution finally comes, I was on your side. But also, I just wanted to kick off. This seems weird. The topic for discussion is localism, and I'm going to talk about something seemingly unrelated and miles away. One of the great benefits of being an MP is the incredible opportunity that you get. So I started recess with a week, you might say a week's holiday with Diane Abbott. I went over to Beijing with Diane Abbott and some other MPs from various parties for several reasons. But we were going over there to talk about the environment. But from my personal point of view, I started life as a civil engineer. I have strong interest in large-scale infrastructure projects. And one of the things that the Chinese are doing is something called the Belt and Road Initiative. Effectively, they are spending, or they are investing, or they are loaning millions and millions of pounds to countries around the world to try to effectively create a Silk Road, a route for them to either get to market, to get extra sales and so on, or to help those countries develop something so that in some way the Chinese investment will pay dividends. So for example, the biggest port in Greece now has an arrangement. It's effectively been taken over by a Chinese trading company, which means that they now run that. They've invested hugely, 250 million euros planned in investment for that area. Similarly in Zeebrugge, they've taken over the running of the second largest port. So between those 2 points, the reason I mention those 2 points is that's a north and south location across Europe for the Chinese to have a foothold in terms of being able to move products around the world. And why do they do that? Well, one of the things that they do is they invest in infrastructure in some countries where those countries can't afford to do that themselves. And that stimulates the economy. People invest in those areas, perhaps a free zone is created, and when you stimulate the market, people become wealthier and you get the opportunity to grow markets for your goods. Now I'm talking about China, but actually surely the point is that we should be doing the same sort of thing in the UK. We should be looking at the great resource that we've got across the country and the opportunities that there are to develop those areas. So for those people who are fans of these sort of things, you might have seen the LBC list the 100 most influential Conservatives, and coming in just about at number 100 was Ben Houchen, who's a mayor up in the northeast. And the reason Ben made that list, in my opinion, is because he is really shaking it up in that part of the country. He's doing great things to bring in investment, stimulate the economy, and make sure that it continues to grow in the future. And I think we need to apply what the Chinese are applying across the whole of the world to develop and stimulate our economy here in the UK. And I think there are already some great examples. We need to develop that in the future.